Hi everyone. So I was redesigning my bedroom this weekend and I did an accent wall with Graham Brown wallpaper, which looks absolutely fabulous. But now I have a bit of leftover wallpaper. So what do you do with it? Do you just throw it out? Do you put it in storage? You never know if you should keep it or not. So on this episode of the Marc Atiyolil Show, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning how to turn some old wallpaper, some leftover wallpaper, into some stationery. So I'm here with Mandy McLaren, my co-host.
Hello, Mark.
How are you?
I'm excited for today's project.
I'm very excited as well. I think this is a great project to repurpose your wallpaper into something new. And obviously, if you bought this type of wallpaper, this is something that you enjoy, something that pleases you.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you have leftovers, you want to make sure you're using it in some sort of functional way.
Maximize your investment.
Absolutely.
So we went shopping a little bit for this project. So we already had the wallpaper, but we wanted a little bit of extra supplies. But then again, you can also use stuff that's laying around the house, depending on what you have.
Yeah.
So if you have those junk drawers like everybody has.
So we needed to, we got some blank greeting cards,
yes,
for one thing, but we had some ribbon lying around the house. We have some cute accent flowers that we're going to be adding onto our cards, and double-sided tape. And a
little bit of ribbon.
Yeah, and as well you're going to need a few cutting supplies. So we have scissors and our handy scrapbooking tool.
Yeah, which is always great. You know what? I use this for way more than scrapbooking.
Everything.
I use this for everything. It's so easy and it's a lot lighter than X-Acto knife as well. So I find it really...
It's less bulky.
Yeah. So first things first is we're going to grab the...
greeting card?
The greeting card.
And what's nice about this is once your cards are recovered, you can use them as thank you cards, get well soon cards, you know, just a card. I can send it to my mom saying, you know, I'm thinking of you, that type of thing.
And the other thing is it comes with the envelope, so you don't have to be overly crafty or talented
to make the envelopes on top of it.
Making the card is one thing, but making the envelope is a whole other story.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna grab this, and then I pre-cut this wallpaper out of my leftovers. So in order to cut it, what I did is I just laid the wallpaper down on a surface. Yeah, on a flat surface, and then I used my knife here, and I just put my my stationery here, and then I cut it. That's as easy as that. Use it as a guide. You don't have to measure. You don't have to.
Exactly, and it comes out perfect.
Yeah, because when you measure, sometimes what happens, there's always those people out there that they measure and then
it's too short or too
long, and then you end up with your leftover wallpaper. There's no more leftovers. So then you go out and you buy wallpaper to make this project. Then it doesn't really make sense anymore.
Then you're covering a whole new wall in your house.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got the piece cut. What do we do next?
So now we want to actually adhere it to our card here.
I take it this is where the double-sided tape comes in.
So this is just simple scrapbooking double-sided tape. It's the easiest thing to use.
Mark now uses this with everything.
Yeah.
But it's handy, and you know what? There's no mess. There's no fuss. You stick it on. You peel the backing off, press it onto what it needs to go on, and you're done.
And it doesn't buckle your paper, which is the biggest thing with glue.
It's actually fairly strong. It's a nice tape.
Yeah, it's very, very strong. It's easy to use. You just you don't have to have scissors cutting it or anything. It's so easy to use.
Yeah, once you've reached your spot, it just tears very easily.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you actually have some in the middle as well. So I'll just have you move your hand here. So this strip here. Because again, you don't want any buckles or any bubbles in your paper.
Exactly. It helps give a nice smooth finish over top of the card.
Yeah, so then you put two in the middle here as well. So there's no rhyme or reason. You put basically all around the edge, you put a few in the middle, and then you just peel them off. So it's a peel and stick, literally.
It's a very easy project. You know, this is something fun that you can do. And, thank you cards. They're wonderful.
And
you're having a baby shower.
Yeah, and you know what I love about this? The wallpapering project is a little complicated to get the kids involved.
Yeah.
But this project is something you can do with the kids.
Exactly. Maybe one of them has a birthday coming up. There's nothing like getting a homemade card.
Yeah.
There's been effort put into it, and they're beautiful.
Yeah, because if you did your kids' room, you redid them with wallpaper, you can use it in their kids' party birthday cards.
Yep.
You know, and it's a little bit more fun than the traditional ones.
Exactly.
So now what you want to do is you actually want to grab your card here, and you want to stick the bottom part first and line it up. Because if you just stick it starting in the middle, you'll end up that your edges won't actually line up.
It'll be crooked.
Yeah, it'll be crooked. And then you grab your hand here and you flatten it out, just like that.
Lovely.
And then you want to fold it. because it is a card,
Exactly.
not just this long letter, you know?
And what would you like to accent it with first?
So what I always like to do is I always find that there's, no matter what, there's always going to be a little bit of a rough edge on the bottom part. So I line it up with a little bit of ribbon.
Oh, very nice. It gives a little bit extra sparkle, a little bit of shimmer.
Yeah, exactly. So it can be a ribbon of your choice. It doesn't have to be, we're just using silver because we like the look of the silver and teal.
Exactly.
So what you do is you just line it up like this. So this is how you're measuring it. So again, we don't even need a ruler in this. We're just measuring it like that, and then I'll have you cut this.
Absolutely.
The scissors here.
Perfect.
Okay, and I'll have you cut another piece because you want to do both sides, right?
Give a nice even look to it.
Yeah. So then we'll have that.
There we
Cut
go.
like that. So now I have my two pieces of ribbon here. So Mandy, what I'll have you do is I'll have you put double-sided tape on the, so again, this is something to stick on your ribbon. So nobody wants to use the white, school glue for the ribbon, and you can actually put one on each. What you're going to do is you're going to put one on each side, because we're going to flip it. One is going to be stuck on the other, on one side, and the other is going to be stuck on the other.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll go like this, on one side here.
And flip the ribbon?
No, on one side, on one edge.
Oh, one edge.
Yeah, so we go on one edge here, and then
We're unraveling a little bit.
there we go. And then what you want to do is you want to put on the other edge like this.
Okay. I'll grab the tape when you're done there.
Okay.
And I'll do the other side.
Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to have, you see how there's just an edge here, and then the ribbon's actually wrapped around on the inside, so that when you flip the card open, you don't have that rough edge again. You have that wrapped around look.
Exactly.
So while Mandy's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unpeel my double-sided tape here. And sometimes you need nails for this, which I don't have.
And I do.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the tape, the ribbon here, and you want to stick it on one side. What you can do as well is you can peel off one side and leave the other side open until you flip it around. But I'm just being a little bit more eager here. So I'm going to go like this, and then all you do is you flip it just like that.
I think you're a little more adept at taking off the backing than I am.
Because I use this stuff all the time. I really do. And then you basically just trim off some of the excess ribbon here. Just like that.
Oh, very nice. It gives that nice little binded edge look to it.
It really does.
I love that.
It really does. Then what we want to do is we want to have that second, so it looks a little, a little jinxy just with the one ribbon. It looks like you ran out of ribbon or you didn't want to spend the money on it.
Exactly.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to grab a second ribbon, and we want to mix up textures. In design, it's all about mixing up textures and transparencies. So what I'll do is we'll add an extra ribbon there.
Very nice.
But you'll still see the design through it because it's the wallpaper that's the accent of this project. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our
tape yet again.
That's right. And then we'll go like this.
Perfect.
And then we're just going to put one strip here along the edge. And then we'll just cut like that.
Wonderful.
And so you just want to put it just on top of here. And then we'll grab, we're actually just going to peel this.
Backing up, and I'll get the ribbon ready.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the tape, it's, when you work with some glues, they dry fairly quick. And if you need to take your time with positioning a little more, you've got the flexibility to do this.
And you know what's great about this as well is the fact that I can actually reposition it.
Oops.
So
Exactly.
if I don't like the way that it looks, I can peel it off
And go for it
start over
again.
We'll go like that, and go like this.
Beautiful. I love that.
So now we just have the one step that's left. So we need a little bit of bling on here.
I'm a big fan of roses.
Yeah.
And this is a cute little way to do it.
And then all we need is a little bit of the glue stick here.
Okay.
And then we'll
add
apply,
a little bit of hot glue to the back of this.
and then we'll just basically, depending on what your wallpaper design is, that's where you'll kind of judge where the flower goes. On this one, we put it on that side because we kind of offset the design. Here I have a little bit of space here, so I'm going to put it right here.
Beautiful.
And then there you go. I have another yet another little card.
Wonderful.
So I think this is a fabulous project for leftover wallpaper, but also if you have kids' parties, wedding showers, baby showers, all that great stuff.
Exactly.
And that's your episode of the Marc Atiyolil Show. We'll see you next time for more design and decor tips.